Hey, what's up, guys? Go back to my channel. It's me. And yeah, so New York City, you did it. You voted for Zohan Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist. While I'm happy for you guys, I'm also kind of jealous because I used to live there when I was a kid, and now things are happening. Exciting things are happening, and I'm just over here. I feel left out, like, oh, what's happening there? Oh, a revolution? Oh. So yeah, if you don't know, New York City had a primary, and the top contenders were Mamdani and Cuomo. Now, if you don't know who Andrew Cuomo is, he used to be the governor of New York, but he was canceled. The woke left canceled him. Alright, so what did he do to get canceled? 11 women came out and accused him of sexual harassment. So what he would do with these women was grope, kiss, and talk about sexual stuff. And these women would be either his staff members and police officers. And also, Andrew Cuomo was the governor of New York when COVID hit. And New York City was basically ground zero when COVID landed in America. And during that time, when old people were getting sick from COVID, he would send them not to a hospital, but to a nursing home full of other old people. And that led to a lot of older people dying. I think the number is around 15,000. So yeah, Cuomo allowed a lot of people dying during the pandemic. So yeah, not the greatest pick. And especially during now where Trump is in office and the people are finally seeking a leader that would combat Trump, not a leader that would kneel for him. So what is Mr. Mamdani promising to New Yorkers? So his platform is freezing the rents, building affordable houses, making city-owned grocery stores, making buses free, no-cost childcare, taxing corporations and the 1%, more protections for LGBTQIA plus people, and raising the minimum wage to $30 an hour. So yeah, these are pretty good policies. Like, this is the most perfect shit I've ever heard. These are the type of policies that will help average New Yorkers. Shit, this will help everyone in the country. But there's some people that are saying, oh, this sounds really good for poor people. He must be a communist. I hate it, bro. I hate it because these people are such bootlickers. Like, these are still the same people that think, oh, just pick yourself by the bootstrap and eventually you'll find a job that pays a lot and you can buy a house. No, it doesn't matter if you work hard. You're still gonna be poor. And that's not because, oh, people are lazy. Oh, people just want handouts. No, it's the rich and the corporations abusing and leeching off the workers. Nobody is saying we need to kill landlords, behead the rich, and convert to Islam. We are just saying, listen, guys, you got a lot of money, all right? We know what the fuck you've been doing, all right? You've been cutting corners, and you haven't been paying us right. All we're saying is, it's time to pay your share. But oh, that's too extreme. Hands off the billionaire. At this state where the country is, this is just a basic need. Our politicians have never done anything good for us. And we're at a point where asking for something just sounds either unrealistic or childish. Like, oh, I want free housing. Oh, well, I want a genie so I can ask for $1 billion. Shut up! Now that there's a politician that actually says, yeah, we could do that. They hit him with the, oh, socialism, communism, Venezuela, iPhone, 20 trillion dead, Tiananmen Square, Winnie the Pooh. Bro, the right has always been calling anybody that isn't further right than them communists or socialists. It's like, yeah, they called Kamala a communist. They called Joe Biden a communist. Get the fuck out of here. Now they're the boy that cries wolf. It's like no one believes you and no one cares at this point, all right? The system has failed us, and now we're doing the peaceful option. We are voting our way to change. And now these same Republicans and Democrats, I'll talk about liberals later, are pissed about it? Bro, it is obvious. The system doesn't work for us. We are meant to be as either cogs or slaves to it. We're not supposed to benefit it. And after Trump, I think everyone has awakened and realized that, oh shit, all right, so Republicans are going to fuck up the country and Democrats are just going to allow it to happen. So now we have to pick something that isn't either of those two. And that's how we ended up with Mamdani. And I am proud and happy that this happened. This has given me hope for the country. Now, let's talk about, will he do what he promised? I think he will. How do I know this? No idea. Just gut feeling, I'm just staying hopeful, guys, all right? There's nothing else we could believe in. All right, so let's talk about him being Muslim. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, and who cares? But a lot of conservatives, obviously, all right? Like, a lot of conservatives do care about this. They're claiming, oh, man, New York, they never forgot, huh? After 9/11, they decided to do this? Yeah, it's just a bunch of that bullshit. Of course, nothing surprising. They're just going to be straight up racist. But the liberals, oh my fucking God, they are as bad as the conservatives. They do all this concern trolling, like, oh, we got to care about our Jewish population. Like they view Mondani as scary. It is the same vibe of, oh, what about all lives matter? Well, you say black lives, but I don't feel like you guys are including me. The Democratic Party, the liberals are pretending like, oh, Mondani, like, I like the guy. His policies are pretty good, but not realistic, not at all. I don't think you should be, helping the poorest people. But, like, yeah, I don't hate him, but, him being Muslim, it's scary. It's scaring the hoes. And they're also just pulling back everything. Like, bro, we're back at 9/11 types of, Islamophobia. They're bringing up, oh, he's pro-Palestine, so that means he hates Jewish people. They pulled up, I think it was either a clip or a quote where he says, like, intifada, and, ooh, scary, a Muslim word. Do you guys know what intifada means? Intifada means an uprising, or a resistant movement, rebellion. But for racist people that don't view Muslims or Arabs as equal, it's a scary Muslim word. Ooh, because a lot of Muslim extremists use that word. Yes, they use it because it's an Arabic word. And since the West has already demonized anything Middle Easterner, it is scary. It's the same thing as Allah Akbar. What does that translate? God is great. So basically what liberals and Zionists are arguing is Mondani's existence is very scary. And these are bad faith arguments. Like, they argue like it's a reasonable thing to worry about, but in reality, no, all right? You're either racist against Muslims and Arabs, or you're afraid of what he's gonna do, and that is uplifting the working class, the average Americans. And what does that cost? Oh, they want to take a few millions out of a billionaire. How is he gonna pay off his fifth mansion? Now, for people who are just straight up dumb, that don't know what the difference between socialism or communism, socialism is a umbrella term. It basically means, distributing the wealth, the profit to everyone and meeting everyone's basic needs. Now, to make it more basic, it just means government does more stuff for the people instead of focusing on a few groups of people, which is the rich. Now, communism is basically the end game. It's a moneyless society where people are doing stuff for the betterment of civilization. So countries that claim themselves as communists aren't communists yet. They're trying to achieve it by any means necessary. So Mondani isn't a communist or a hardcore socialist. He's a democratic socialist, which means capitalism should be more friendly to people. But you do see socialists and communists celebrate him because, overall, we want policies and politicians to care more about average people. And we also want politicians to fight against Trump. So, yeah, that is all I gotta say. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on TikTok and Twitter so you can keep up to date on all my content. And yeah, bye.